What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Today we're going to be attempting the newest world record category, which involves getting 20,000 points as many times in a row as I can on 10 seconds, no moving, panning, or zooming. Essentially, this is the hardest way to play the game, so it should be very interesting to see how I can do. The current world record sits at 15 seeds in a row, so let's just see how close we can get to that, or if we can even beat it. First one here, I think these are Thai pole tops, though it doesn't really feel that Thai. I almost want to switch this to Indonesia, but we'll see. It was Thailand there. 2,800, not a good score. I don't know, I was kind of hedging for Indonesia, really should have just committed to Thailand, but that's how it goes sometimes. Next one here, Bulgarian looking road with these black splodges on it. Doesn't really feel that Bulgarian, to be honest, but I think it has to be with that road, and it was. Very interesting rolling landscape there. Next one here, we just have a pretty standard Quebec there with the arete sign. Would say this is near Montreal, just based on how dry it was. And yeah, it was even like basically as far southwest as you can go there. Next one here, is it France or the UK? I think I would lean the UK here, but it's actually really difficult to say. I'm gonna go like near London here, and it was Denmark. Okay, so I think we're pretty low for available points here. I can't remember what we're actually on, but let's see how we go. Can we get it? We can. And it's a hard one. Saskatchewan came to mind here. I'm just going to go South Sask here and try it out. And it was actually Kansas. So there we go. We failed on our first attempt there, though that was, in all honesty, a very difficult seed. And what's very difficult about this map is that there are plenty of easy rounds. This one's completely free, just down here somewhere around Johor or Pahang, I would say. But there are so many difficult rounds on this map that are just like disproportionately difficult, you know? But it's fine. Next one here, Estonia, near Tallinn somewhere. Also, don't forget, guys, this is what adds to the intrigue. Oh, hello. This is what adds to the intrigue of this video, is that we can get the 10-second no moving, panning, or zooming record on this category. So we can actually go for both world records at once, is what I'm saying. I clicked Tallinn, and yet it put us down there. That's kind of interesting, but that's okay. Next one here should be somewhere in Montenegro, I imagine. We got this guardrail and the black and white chevron there, and this should be somewhere near Kotor, I imagine. Something like that should be more likely. And it was actually over in Serbia there. Ooh, very, very Montenegrin-looking Serbia, but that's fine. And the last one here second last one should be near Moscow. Actually, it's not the last one, so we should try a little bit here, though I imagine this is just, yeah, somewhere near Moscow. And it was, that's fine, a good score. And the last one here is going to be Bolivia. That's the Bolivian pavement. I'll give you guys another chance to view it here. But yeah, this kind of pattern in the pavement where you can see like the lines going through it, and that kind of consistent pebbling is found around there. Okay, so there we go. That was head streak of 1, almost a 23k score there, which is actually pretty decent. Let's just head through here and try and improve on that, or just keep it up. Next one here, Chile. Shouldn't be too far from Santiago here. Now the question is where to go. We don't see any hills, but it doesn't feel too warm. So I'm just gonna go, yeah, I was gonna hedge a little bit further south, but that's still a good score, 4.7k. Next one here, just gonna be somewhere in Guatemala. Honestly, on these early seeds, I'm happy to just go quickly, especially on easy rounds like that. Next one here, France, is it? Yeah, it seems to be. Middle France, I would say. I actually don't get a vibe here, so I would say just middle is probably working nicely. And it was all the way south there, south of Toulouse. Was not expecting that. I did get a slight south vibe, as you can see, but interesting round. Very difficult, I think. Next one here, Japan. Don't get too much off this one. I'm going to go near Tokyo here, because I think it kind of looks like Chiba, but it could just be, I don't know, it's probably further west, if anything. That area does have quite a bit of bamboo, but it was actually all the way out on this peninsula, so Tokyo hedge works out, honestly. That's a pretty good score for such a difficult round. And the last one here is going to be Czech Republic, I guess, with the CZ here. It looks like Czech Republic, so I'm just going to sand it in. It should be something in Central Europe anyway. And it was over in Slovakia, but that's fine. Yeah, these trucks travel, so you can't really trust them too much, but still a 22k score, so really can't complain there. Next one here, going to be somewhere in Senegal. Actually kind of difficult here. Not really sure what where in Senegal I like the best. I'm just going to go for this kind of hedge. And it was right near Fatigue there, so, ooh, world record contention, don't forget that. Let's see what we get in the next round here. That is going to be a northern, I believe, a northern Philippines. Now, I think it's actually too hard to get too close here, but I'm going to try near Manila. And it was a bit further north there, that's fine, good score. Next one here, Bollard is probably one of the alternate Italian ones. This feels like central Italy, if anything, then to me. I would go near Naples or something. And it was northern there. Ooh, I didn't think that was northern architecture. Also, kind of felt hilly, which is something you don't really see in the Po Valley too much. Like, Maybe it wasn't hilly at all. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, sometimes I see things when it comes to elevation. Next one here is difficult. I think it's Philippines. I think you go Philippines here, but it could be Brazil. Yeah. I'm going Brazil. It was Philippines. Wow, that was a square pole. That was a... Okay, we're on a tiny island there. That could explain what was going on here, but let's quickly check this out, because this was abnormal, to say the least. So that was a square pole, was it not? Okay, it was round, and it was wooden. Okay, I completely missed it. Honestly, this light looked really Brazilian. The rest of the pole, I thought, like, kind of had dots in it. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's a pretty easy Philippines, or at least not too hard, but the pole really threw me off a bit there. Honestly, and it's not a particularly typical Filipino pole, that one, either. So, there we go. It was going to be an easy one if we had managed to get the Philippines, but unfortunately, it ends at 2 there, which, you know, goes to show, you know, 10 seconds, it can be not enough, because, you know, I definitely would have got that had we had more time, but that's the way things go. That is a North American number plate, so, yeah, I was going Turkey there, right into the last second, but in Turkey, you would always have a long number plate, and that one was short. So, yeah, fair enough. Next one here. What have we got? We're driving right. This is going to be Buenos Aires area, I think, with the white lines. They do white dashed lines in Argentina, and then the long line should always be... Yeah, nice. The long line should always be yellow. So that's a good little tip if you didn't realize. Next one here is interesting. Is this like... I thought of Belarus. Just because it's tracker. I don't know. I'm not really sure if this is Minsk. I don't know if Minsk has such a big river. And it was actually Russia there, so 2.4. Probably not going to be a good enough score for us to continue on this one, but we will see if we can manage it. Next one here. Okay, that gives us a bit of hope. I think this is actually Turkey, though, so maybe not the best, actually. I'm just going to go, like, around this kind of area here. Could be possible. It was. Nice. Okay, so we're still alive here. And the last one is South Africa, and I would say... probably just going Joburg is enough here. So let's test it out. And it was. Nice. Okay. So there we go. We actually managed to bring it back from a pretty bad Belarus guess there, but everything else was on point. So no complaints. Next one here. What have we got going on? Ooh, very difficult. I think it's Philippines again, you know. But could this be Max North, Colombia, or Mexico? I'm going to try that. I'm going to hedge for both. Oh no, it was Philippines. Man, I keep on doubting Philippines, but these Philippines rounds have been ridiculous. Especially that one is just... I mean, it's your first thought, but ultimately, like, it's not a pleasant round for 10 seconds no moving, panning, or zooming. And, damn it, we have to be on one less hedge, but I can't get rid of it, I think, so we'll just have to remember that I'm on one less than I think I am. Not really sure what that was. Amapá. Very difficult Amapá. Again, we're going to reset here. It's still going to say 1, but, you know, we're on 0. Yeah. I just think, like, this map is not the best for this format because there are so many rounds that are like ungettable. I feel like a AI generated world would be kind of improved, like not AI gen, but an AI generated world, one that's actually generated by an AI, could be improved, could be an improvement for this format. Regardless, here we are finally actually in the Philippines, and it's fairly dry. I'm just gonna hedge middle because I'm actually not sure here. It's fairly dry, but we have tons of palms. It was south. Normally you see more palms down here, but normally you get a bit more dryness up here, so it can be really difficult to pick between the two when you have conflicting clues like that. This one definitely feels Canadian. That is a Saskatchewan light with the double support, if you want to go back and look at it. And I'll go there. It was actually in Manitoba there. Pretty sure that's a Saskatchewan meta, but that's okay. Next one here, Northern Philippines, just the double white lines, double yellow lines, and the kind of white car there, the white Google car. Next one here, going to be somewhere in Indo, I think, but I'm not really sure where I actually prefer. Just going to hedge it in Kalimantan. I think it's kind of likely anyway. And it was nice. Okay, excellent. Had the vibes there. And the last one here is going to be Sweden, I imagine. Now, it's a bit of a dodgy Sweden, like it is pretty hilly, and we're on an island of some kind, so I'll go here, but I'm not really sure. It was actually not an island at all, but just on the bridge on a river. Okay, that makes sense, but we actually managed there. We're on 1 instead of 2, so let's head through to the next one here. Honestly, playing fine here. It's about going quickly at the early seeds, because they really don't matter too much. You know, anyone can get a 5-hedge streak. It's about what you do after 5 that really matters. That was Northern Ireland. Actually, we had a Northern Irish sticker on the pole, which I realized only after, I guess. Next one here, we got black number plate. This should be somewhere in Argentina. Don't really get a strong vibe. Gonna go Entre Rios here, and it was right on the border with Uruguay and Brazil, the tri-border there. But ultimately, that's a pretty good score. So let's head through to the next one here. Gonna be somewhere in Kyrgyzstan here with that pole. Now, I think on the way to Narin is probably best, but I'm not quite sure here. It was just on the south side of the lake. That's a pretty good score. Kyrgyzstan's a nice country to show up just because it's so small. Okay, next one here. Ooh, it's difficult. Is it British Columbia? No, it's actually going to be somewhere in Switzerland here. Now, it kind of felt Italian architecture, so I'm going to go down there, and it was. Normally, like Lugano, you kind of in a bit of a flatter area, but now that I look at it, that's actually not true. It's mostly mountainous there, so still a good score. We're still going fine here. And the last one here is going to be somewhere in Nigeria with this fellow car, and Nigeria is a fine country to see when you're on 18k because you can just go like this, and you're fine. Okay, so there we go. We move to a head streak of 2. All right, let's head through to the next seed here, see what we can make happen. Feeling confident. Some of these seeds have been pretty good, honestly. Just have to conquer the Philippines and we'll be fine. So these signs appear Russian. Not really so sure about this one, though. I'm going to go here. We'll find out what it's like. Well, it's actually Ukrainian there. Yeah, they weren't the Russian style. It looked more like the Ukraine because it was so dry. And yet, I really thought they were just Russian signs, so it was hard to get closer there. Fortunately, we end up with a Sri Lanka here, which is always a pleasant sight for sore eyes when you're on a low score. And that is indeed a good guess. Very good. Okay, next one here. This is the UAE, I believe. I don't think this is the car that you find in Qatar, and I think everything feels a bit more UAE as well. It just kind of feels a bit kind of grungier, and indeed it was Dubai. So, man, this seed was actually going quite well, minus the Ukraine incident. Okay, this is difficult. This is difficult. Is it... I think this is Colombia east of Andes, but I could also see Mexico or Brazil here. We'll find out. It was Bolivia. Okay, Santa Cruz, of course, that makes perfect sense. So unfortunately, this is all but a dead game. So 2 really hard rounds there. Now, ultimately, the other 3 were really easy, so it was really, should have been very free. And ultimately, all I had to do was click Ukraine here. It was a pretty easy Ukraine. It was just the fact that we had mixed messaging from the signage there. So that's okay. We're back to 0, but still showing a lot of promise with plenty of the guesses here, so it should be okay. Now we are in Kyrgyzstan, and is it actually Mongolia? I think it's actually Mongolia here. I don't know. I didn't actually get a chance to like make out exactly what was going on there, but something about it, something about the plates. I think they were a bit shorter. Didn't quite fit for Kyrgyzstan. Next one here, gonna be somewhere in Brazil. And I don't make out any specific clues here. I think this is just a bit of a middle click type around here. We'll go Brasilia. And where's it going to be? Okay, in Tocantins, again, not the best start here. So we need some decent rounds here. This is definitely somewhere in Norway. And I would assume it's somewhere around here. But I don't really see anywhere flat enough. We'll go here. Okay, it was a bit further inland. Yeah, some of these big lakes can often confuse you for ocean. So we still need really good scores from here on in. This is Peru, so not exactly the country we wanted. I think you go north here. Not entirely sure though, it could be south. Okay, was north there, so we survive. We need a good score here though as well. And it is Brazil, I think, which is no good. I'll go Santorum, but could be Manaus or something as well, I think. Okay, that was the 30 seed, oof. Okay, so there we go. At least that wasn't, man, that was a very difficult seed. That was one I think a lot of players would not survive, so very happy we got that while we were on 0. Next one here, Black Car, gonna be somewhere in Indonesia. Now, I didn't actually really get time to work out what I think this is. I'm gonna go there. It was actually in West Nuces, so yeah, 3k, we'll continue on, we'll see what happens here. This is Portugal, I think, actually. Yeah, interesting Portugal. It kind of felt very green, so I guess we click a bit further north here. Was nice. Next one here, ooh. It feels like Prince Edward Island. I don't know if I guess they probably do have bridges like this. Directly north-south. Go there. Okay, it was actually, Newfie. So I think we're very in trouble here. Yeah, I mean, it's still possible, but we'll see. This one, just middle Albania maybe. Yep, it's fine. And the last one here, can we survive? Yes, we'll go northern Serbia and be fine, I imagine. So, that was a pretty scary seed, but we actually do manage 21k in the end, which is pretty impressive considering the Canada and the Indonesia. But, moving on, let's see what happens next. This is Western Australia. We got the Western Australian bollard. In case you are unfamiliar, it has the black base at the bottom. The big black base is only found in WA, and that was a good guess. Okay, fine. Next one here, gonna be somewhere in Japan. Yeah, interesting architecture and everything. I think this is just a middle hedge type around, honestly. It doesn't give me a strong vibe. That was actually all the way down near Kunamoto. Okay, 3.3k is no good there. Next one here, is this closer towards Malindi or something southeast? I don't get a strong enough vibe. I'm gonna go Nairobi here. It could be southeast though. Well, it was actually. I'm glad I didn't do that. It's all the way west instead. Kenya's pretty small, so we're still okay. This is like, I would say this is like, this amount of like deep red dirt should put us Mato Grosso. Could see Mato Grosso do Sul. Could be Mato Grosso, as I just said. So I think we're about down and out here. Are we still in contention? We are. We need to guess nicely here, though. This is not an easy round. I would have thought maybe it's somewhere around here, but I'm not really sure. I'm just going to leave it there. Should be okay, I think. Yeah. So that is narrowly a 20k. Honestly, the Japan was very difficult. The Brazil, I could have hedged more. But yeah, fortunately we had that Australia at the start to kind of get us over the edge. That was very important. So on to 2. You never know how long these streaks are going to go. That could be a big play that we just made at the end there. We here have some Ghana, typical European style signage, wooden poles and everything. Should be relatively southern here. I'm just going to go near Accra, I think. It was instead near Kumasi, but still a good score. They're pretty close together, those two big cities. This is interesting. That's a Sulawesi pole, but we have lots of palms. I guess they're not oil palms, so that actually does make sense. I'll go Poso. It could be north here. Yeah, okay. Just a bit further east instead. I was going to kind of switch it to maybe northern Sula or Gorontalo or something like that, so it's fine. Next one here is, we're driving right, so this should be somewhere in Senegal. Now, I think this is a bit further north, maybe. I'm going to go like between Tuba and Luga here. Ooh, and it was a good guess. Very nice. Happy with that. Next one here, this is going to be maybe a bit more of a north vibe for Ghana. Tamale, Wa kind of both work here. I will go Tamale, sure. Oh, it was Wa, yeah. I actually kind of liked it better, but I couldn't be bothered switching. And the last one here is probably just Latvia, but I think we have enough points just going here anyway. It should be fine. And it was Estonia on the island. So there we go. That was a 22.8. We move on. An Africa heavy seed there is obviously preferable. That's great. Never going to complain about those. Okay. Next one here. We are on Palma, presumably. Okay. This is the world record seed, guys. I'm telling you. So for nearby there, and that's probably to our, I don't know. I'm just going to go here. This should be fine. Oh, no, it's the other direction. If only I could read the compass in time. Still a good score. Next one here. I think it's American signage, no? Looks a little bit American, but has to be on the border. This is New Mexico or something, surely. And it was actually on the border, but in Arizona, that's fine. Next one here, ooh, it's just Kyrgyzstan. We've got massive mountains north. So where would that put us here? Guess here is fine. This area should work. Oh no, it's these mountains. 4.3 could be better there. Kyrgyzstan's normally one where you want to pick up 4.5 or more. And the next one here is Russia, so it comes back to bite us. It's interesting this. I'm gonna go like Novosibirsk here actually. Ooh, it's not the best, 2.3. Think we might be out of contention here. Let's see what happens here, what the score is. We're still in it. And it's gonna be Romania here, I think. Ooh, round poles, has to be Romania, I think. I'm just gonna go here. I think this is the best hedge that I can think of. Ooh, that is dangerously close, damn it. Ooh, all I had to do was hedge a bit more on Russia, but where was that actually? Yeah, Perm Gen 4, I always forget about that road, guys. What else here? Yeah, we just had to click middle Romania as well. I did not expect it to be here, honestly. I thought it was too, I don't know what I thought. But that's okay. Again, this is the main one I'm disappointed with. We should have got closer there, and then we survive. All we had to do was click slightly closer on any round. Even the Palmer would have been enough. If we had left our original pawn, we would have made it, which is crazy, but you know, that's the way GeoGuessr goes, guys. We made it through on some tight ones, and we also failed some tight ones on this video. Just Spain. Let's just try Spain here. Was actually over in France there, surprisingly. Let's just go quickly here. No, I reset actually. That's kind of a boring round. So 1 or 2 more attempts. Let's just see what kind of streak we can get on. Next time I hit 2 in a row, I think we'll quit. Have not been able to recreate the 8 I got off camera, unfortunately. This one should be somewhere. Ah, shit. This one should be somewhere in Mexico, I was going to say, but was not going to be the best guess anyway, so I'm not really too sad that we lost it. This is surely... Oh, it's Croatia, is it? I thought it was Portugal off the bat there. Maybe like Zadar or Pula or something like that. Okay, it was nearby. Excellent. Good start. Next one here, just Ireland. Could be the UK too. Let's just try Ireland though. Was a nice guess as well. Could get 24k here easily. I don't think it's San Marino. I think it's Italy. But just in case it's San Marino, I'll try there. You know what? We'll have some fun. Let's see what it was. Okay, it was Italy instead. Next one here, Russia? Kind of regretting going San Marino now because we probably need some extra points here, but kind of looks like a Chelia road, but yeah, I'm going to go Kurgan. Okay, all the way west there, so we're in trouble. And the last one here is New Zealand now. Yeah, everything just feels kind of south vibe here, so I'm going to go Gore in the south. Will it be north? Yeah, that's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, guys. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's... Oof. Yeah, should have probably hedged a little bit more there. I kind of forgot the whole drill about this hedging stuff, you know? It is kind of in the name. Hobie. I've heard of this place, I think. Maybe not. I'm going to click here. I think it's more likely. It's just very flat. It's a good score. Okay, moving on. 208. Is that an Ontario one? We're lacking a front plate here. Looks like Ontario, though. I don't know. I'm going to go here anyway. We'll see. 208 is in Idaho. Oh, it wasn't Ontario. What? That's sus. What the heck just happened, bro? Alright. Yeah, interesting. Okay, next one here, gonna be somewhere in Guatemala. Oil palms. I'm shook. What the heck just happened? Flores, let's go. Okay, all the way over there. It's gonna be somewhere southeast. That dryness. It's not though. That's okay. What's this all about? Huh? Is that really Senegal? What am I missing here? Okay. I always forget that that exists. Okay, I'm actually gonna end the video there, guys. That Ontario one is just I'm gonna go and I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right. Goodbye.